Last week I got to go to a networking event hosted by a car dealership in the Brazoria County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. While I was there, actually while I was getting ready, I thought I'd take my camera along, gather some footage, and maybe make another video. While thinking about what to film, I thought about getting some advice from some of my friends through different things kind of going on in business. The two things that I focused on this time was one, what their personal networking advice is, and two, the second piece of advice I wanted from them was, in business, we go through ebbs and flows, highs and lows, and with that, I was curious as to what advice they would give to anyone who's kind of going through a tough time right now. I went out, took my camera, felt a little uncomfortable doing it at first because it's always hard to kind of film in public, but luckily I had some really kind friends who were more than willing to help me out in my situation. I will have them all tagged in the description below, but here are the answers I got to these two questions. What is one piece of advice that you can give for networking in this current day and age?
Join a Chamber of Commerce. Specifically, if you don't know where to start, you can come and visit us at the Brazoria County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. They have tons of networking opportunities. Getting your name and getting in front of people is probably the best way to network, is in person.
No, I totally agree with that. Thank you for helping me out here. What is a piece of networking advice you want to give to our friends over here?
Oh, of course. One definite advice is that I say show up consistently. It may seem as though, oh, so many events, why should I go? It's because even when you think no one is looking, they're definitely looking and noticing the things that you are doing and showing up for your business to represent what you are here for the community to give back to them.
No, 100% I agree with that. Showing up is one of the most important things you can do. I agree. What is a piece of advice you'd give to someone who wants to network in this day and age?
I would say networking in this day and age, Brandon, I don't know. I mean, we're here today at this event, Cafe Pan Dulce. It really is just, speaking about your business, just not being shy, just build it up to just walk up to people and I feel like if you're confident in what you do in your business, then just be confident, with networking. And to me, I feel the same thing as just being open and not being shy.
No, that's fair. I mean, being able to just approach people and actually shake the hand and start the conversation is probably the hardest part. What is a piece of networking advice you can give to some of our friends here watching?
Well, to me, what has worked definitely is getting out of my comfort zone. When you go or attend any networking event, sometimes it can be very intimidating to approach somebody that you don't know. But when you do it with the intention of just getting to know the person and finding out who they are as a person, connecting with them, then everything else flows.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Just getting to know them as a real person and figuring out what their struggles are. Eventually, business might come up, and that's how you win customers.
It's all about connections. Making that true connection that you relate with the person. Everything else rolls.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Gina.
Yes, thank you.
What is some networking advice you have for people? I know here at the Chamber you are always doing different things.
Well, I think networking is a very big part of, growing your business because I know whenever I had a marketing company beforehand, I didn't realize the power of networking. Power of networking is basically building relationships with other businesses. You can do all the marketing in the world, buy all these, ads and things, but I think it's just the personal touch, actually being at an event and people seeing you all the time, but also being a part of a chamber or any type of business organization because it brings, credibility to the business. But, and also if they keep seeing you, they're going to use you. And if they keep seeing you and if they don't need your services, they're going to actually refer you to any of their friends.
No, exactly. I've even had that experience personally where people are like, I've seen you at every other event,
Right.
What do you do? How is that? How can I help? So
I think it's important just showing up. A lot of people, even within our Hispanic community, we don't realize the power of networking. We are so busy into our business that we're at our business, but You can't sit at your business and wait for people to come to you. You have to go out and get them.
No, exactly. So I encourage everyone to come out to Hispanic Chamber. You know, either this one or find a chamber near you. I mean, it doesn't have to be this one specifically. We'd love to have you come.
Of course.
But go out, go to the events, look in your local area. As a business owner, sometimes there's some really hard times that we go through. What is some advice you could give to someone to help them stay motivated in their business?
Surround yourself with as many people as you can. You never know what connection you're going to make with someone who can help you in that moment. So the more networking you do, the more connections, the more people you meet, the more relationships you build with people. You'd be surprised how many times you've met someone and then 6 months later they need something or you need something and that person can help you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I know as like a small business owner, there's sometimes really tough days, really tough weeks. What's something that either keeps you motivated or a piece of advice you can give to people during those times?
I would have to definitely say that when you are feeling a little down in your business, always remember that environment is so important. For example, associating yourself with people that will give back to you and your business. Prime example here, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Coming together with them and exposing your business, what you do and what you can bring to the community can definitely bring you back to your motivation, back to where you want to be and want to continue with. So I definitely say environment is definitely a number one.
No, perfect. I agree. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandon. Thank you so much.
As a small business owner, I know we go through some tough times, tough days, tough weeks. What's something that keeps you motivated or some advice you can give to other people that might be going through that right now?
I know for me, I like to look online on social media that are motivational quotes. A lot of these maybe voiceovers that they put over a movie clip or something, but they're just a lot of motivational quotes. I like to look up a lot of motivational quotes because it just helps me to keep pushing. But then also I like to see other small businesses, definitely following a lot of small businesses because we're all in the same boat. We have that one goal, that one destination. We're trying to make it in business. And so just really look into these individuals that will keep you going. And sometimes I know for me, I do have those times that I'm like, man, like you feel like you're a failure. But then I have to sit there and reflect, like, you know what, when I first started this, this is where I was there. And now this is where I'm at today. But for me, I like looking at motivational quotes.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. I'll sometimes watch those videos too. So thank you so much and have a great time. In business, as a small business owner, there's ebbs and flows, highs and lows in all the business. Sometimes we're doing great and sometimes we're not doing so great. What's a piece of advice or something you do to help keep you motivated during the kind of lower moments?
I mean, being a realtor, everybody who knows in real estate, we have a roller coaster as our workflow. You know, we can be high and low. For me, what really works whenever I am on the downside is to refocus myself. What are my priorities and what else can I focus on to grow my leads, to attend networking events, because now I have the time to make those connections. And then you never know, it'll start rolling and coming back.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I agree. It's just one of those things where you kind of got to get out there and just kind of put the work in. Because if you don't put any work in, you're not going to receive anything in return.
Exactly.
Well, hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
In business, there are high moments where we're all excited and doing great, and we think everything's going good, and then there's other moments when it's really low, and it's really hard to kind of keep yourself going. So what are some words of motivation or things you do to help motivate you to keep going with your business?
What motivates me or what motivates a business?
Oh, it's what motivates either you personally or what's some advice you can give to a small business.
You know, I've had some businesses come to me and specifically one person, you know, a lot of the times we don't grow because we don't know what resources and what is out there, right? With our chamber, we connect you with the resources that you need. You know, I think the part of our chamber is being able to sit down with our members and finding out what are their needs. Because joining a chamber, yes, you go and pay a membership, right? but are you actually sitting down and asking your business, what is it that you need from the chamber? What are you struggling with? And, we've come across a couple of people. I had a business, for instance, tell me, I would love to grow. I do this business part-time, but I would eventually like to, not work in the plants and do this full time. And, we have a lot of those success stories. That's what drives me in my business, in my organization, is seeing some of these businesses grow and equipping them with the resources that they need. I think there's a lot of businesses that don't know you can go to a chamber of commerce and find out, what is it that, that I'm struggling, these are things that I'm struggling with, what can you help me with, right? Sometimes, we get busy within our, chambers that we don't sit down and actually, find out what are your needs, what are you struggling with? And then we're connectors, we can do that.
No, that's very true. I mean, I know I've come in here with a few questions and I always get them answered, or if not answered directly, they're always like, well, here's someone else who's kind of gone through that. Talk to them.
Right.
So that's kind of the nice thing about being part of a chamber, is the connections that you can make, and someone's most likely been through your situation before.
That's right. That's right.
So you can get help no matter what level of business you're at, whether you're just starting out or even the larger businesses. Like,
Right.
everyone needs help here and there, and I think this chamber and other chambers are more than willing to help out.
And then too, finding out what procurement opportunities are for your business as well. People don't realize, there's processes whenever you do business with bigger corporations or other companies, but what is the process, right? And that's what we do here at the chambers. We basically do workshops and kind of, let our local businesses know what the process is.
No, that's perfect. And I've been to some of those workshops.
Right.
So like I said, I try and attend everything that I can. But if you have any questions, we'll make sure to have some links below to the chamber here.
Sure.
And feel free to reach out. I mean, give them a call. They're more than happy to answer your questions.
We would love to.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So overall, I think that was some fantastic advice. I agree with basically everything everybody said. And I hope you guys had a chance to learn something, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Links below tagging everyone who was involved in the video. Thank you to everyone who helped me out with making this video and participating. If you have any questions, feel free to please ask them in the comments or post or whatever you need to do. I'll be sure to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks, guys.